Hey guys, this is Brad with Dallas Geek, and I'm here with
Bryan Massey.
And of course, people of the anime genre would know you because of...
They would know me because of Oolong from Dragon Ball Super, Cocytus and Overlord, Russo and Baccano, and if you want to get into video games, I'd probably most notably Wilhelm, the Enforcer from Borderlands, the prequel. He is a playable character.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
So, a lot of that obviously means you've been doing a lot of stuff with Funimation.
Yes.
How long have you been doing voice acting, and how much of that's been with Funimation?
I've been doing voice acting for over 30 years, but getting paid for it for about 15 years.
Yes, it's a big distinction.
Yes, big distinction. So, folks, kids, do your theater, practice on your craft. There's no such thing as overnight success. You got to work really hard at this.
Especially not acting.
Especially not acting. It's a competitive market, and you never know when your last gig is going to be your last gig.
Oh, yeah. How'd you get into voice acting?
Yes, my agent, the Horn Agency, sent me over to auditions. Back then they had open auditions, and I booked my first role at Funimation, which I promptly called my dad for and said, "Dad, I booked Walla. I'm playing Walla." And I didn't know Walla was with All Actors. And then from there I got an audition for a couple of shows and did D. Grayman, and then my big break was getting cast as Russo in Baccano, for which I won a Dubby. I won an award for Best Male Performance that year.
Nice.
So something like that. Yes, sir.
All right.
2009.
So you started off doing non-voice acting originally. You said you did some stage?
Yes, I did. I started off doing theater in high school, competing in UIL, and then I did shows, West Side Story, a lot of community theater. I did my first professional show was at the Pegasus Theater.
Okay.
We did a comedy called Brother Truckers, which was my first paid theater gig. I was so happy. I played a garbage man named Lech Fabrinsky. Wow, I remember that. And then from there I went to Hollywood.
Okay.
Got kicked around for a few years. Ended up crashing an audition for a show called Prison Break, and I got a few lines, and then due to that, fortuitous circumstances, I got an agent.
Nice.
And then it was more work from there.
So the transition from stage, screen, onto voice,
Yeah.
was that a conscious decision, or did that just kind of fall into your lap as it's an acting geek that just kept developing and
It was definitely a conscious decision. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. I was making movies when I was 10 years old with a Super 8mm camera in the neighborhood. I made really bad Indiana Jones ripoffs and made schlocky horror films, B-movies.
Yep.
Curse of the Beast Man, I almost sold that to Troma. Made all kinds of crap. Always the goal was though to keep going with it, and then I got to do film work. I got to work on a movie called Mad Money with Diane Keaton, name dropper, and then I worked on Oliver Stone's W with Josh Brolin, Thanos, and then Drive Angry, Nick Cage, blah blah blah.
Wow.
Keep working. I've been lucky.
So you've definitely been around a bit.
Yes, sir. I've been around a bit. I just worked on a movie called 1985 with the original The Thing, Michael Chiklis, and great cast.
Awesome.
Yen Tan, thank you for that job.
So how does voice acting compare to all the other types of acting that you've done?
I think voice acting is maybe the most difficult.
Yeah.
Because you have to convey everything with just your voice, whereas on camera you have your face and your body. Voice acting is simply just your voice, so it's a lot more difficult to convey those emotions and character traits through just a voice.
Sure. And of course, speaking of trying to express emotion and character traits through voice, I think one of the most, we'll say, out there characters that you've had that I would imagine would be a bit difficult to express would be Oolong, because he is so all over the place.
Yes, he's...
How has that been?
It's been great. With Oolong, I basically do a voice match of the original gangster, Bradley Jackson, who did the role. So I picked it up when he left off for New York, and then I started doing Oolong. So I had to match Bradley's genius performance. And I've done my best. I've read some of the Reddit comments. I see what you're writing out there. And I try not to read too many of them, but yeah, big shoes to fill, and Oolong is definitely all over the place, but nothing's better than a nice pair of panties. So, yeah.
So you took over Oolong just for Super, or did you come in at any of the Z
I
stuff,
came in at Dragon Ball Z Kai. I did Oolong for that.
Okay.
And Christopher Sabat gave me the job. Thank you, sir. And Okatron 5000 shout out. And I've been doing it ever since with Raleigh Pickens and those guys over there at Okatron. They're great.
Nice. Of course, talking about some of the local recording studios and all the other local actors.
Right.
You have your own voice coaching stuff that you do, right?
Yes, thank you. Nice segue. I work with a company called Starman Studios. Shout out to Josh Passmore and James Larrabee and Jenna Lee Trixillo and Nick Margraf and all the guys over there. I've been working with them for over a year now.
Okay.
We offer classes. There are classes with ADR directors like Kyle Phillips and Tyler Walker, to name a few. And then I also teach acting for camera, and I do scene studies and monologues. And when I say teach, I mean coach. I'm not really a teacher. They call me Coach B. So I
Fair enough.
just do coach. I help actors prepare for being a better actor.
Nice.
And in return, I become a better actor for my efforts.
With the coaching, how do you like the opportunity to pass on your knowledge and experience? Is it a bit of a challenging thing? Do you have a lot of fun with that? Or is it just kind of a whole different thing?
At first, I won't lie to you, I was a little apprehensive about doing it when they approached me to teach, because I'd done it a few years ago. Sorry, coach. I'd done it a few years ago. And then when I picked it back up, I realized I did enjoy passing it on. A friend of mine, Rick Overton, always said pay it forward, and I've been doing that ever since. So I like paying it forward. It makes me a better performer. And I try to tell everybody, just be the paint. And if you're paint, let people paint you where they need you, but you've got to be able to be durable and open to new things. And I'm always learning. I'm a student of the game, so yeah. I'm always learning. Even in this interview today, I think I've learned something.
So, of course, do you have any current projects that you want to be able to plug for our viewers out there?
Yes, I want to talk about an NBA contract, but that's why I can't talk too much about that. But I can talk about, all jokes aside, the mic didn't cut out. I can talk about our show, VO the Show. Me and my buddy Stephen Joe Brooks have an animated series. Okay. We've been working this for almost 7 years, and we're finally getting some attention. We had our first big network deal, we had our network passed on us.
Yeah.
But we did have a network interview with a big network, and so we've got a couple of heavy hitters. I can't talk about who they are, but you've heard of them, helping us with our animated series.
Okay.
So we're real excited about this new show that I can't tell you about. But if you want to go check out some of our older stuff, we spoof voice actors and the voice acting business with a show called VO the Show and another show called Oh Bubba. We've had Chris Sabat as a guest, Tyler Walker's a guest, Terry Doty's a guest, and other voice actors you may have heard of, and directors.
And where can our audience find that? VOtheshow.com. And you can also follow me, Bryan Massey, at Mr. Massey on Twitter and also on Instagram. And on Facebook, I think it's The Bryan Massey. I didn't do that. My sister did that, so judge her, not me. But yeah, there's all my social media plugs. Fair enough.
Had to get off Snapchat. My daughter filled up my phone with that one.
That one's fair.
And a shout out to my daughter who's competing for state today in swim.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you. College Station.
What event?
She's in the 50 freestyle, the 100 medley, and I believe the 200 relay.
So the hard ones. Got it.
The hard ones.
Well, good luck to her.
Thank you. Good luck, Berkeley.
And finally, do you have any one thing that you hope that anybody coming here this weekend would be able to come take out of an experience with you?
I just want to make people laugh. Smile and laugh, have a good time. Just forget about your worries for a few hours and have a good time.
I'd say that one's a given with you. So
thank you, brother.
Hold
my finger. Silent but deadly.
So until next time, guys, this is Brad with Dallas Geek, and of course,
Bryan Massey
saying see ya.
Thanks, guys.